Well, hello there. Thank you for joining us here at Coolest Life. My name is Tony, and we're here at King Ranch, the Big Nasty here out in South Texas. How big is it? Try 825,000 acres. To put that in perspective, it's larger than the state of Rhode Island. So they got a whole lot of stuff here for tourists. They got the visitor center, some different shops. We're going to go take you through the tour of what the tour is, because the tour costs about $20 a ticket and $15 if you're military. Yay, discount. Come along with us, because you just entered the Coolest Life King Ranch edition. And this is part of the Welcome Center. Got some cool stuff. Nice.
I don't know how much y'all know about quarter horses, but quarter horses get that name because they're bred and designed to reach their top speed in about a quarter of a mile. So they're not long distance runners, but up to a quarter of a mile, they're one of the fastest land animals. The iconic symbol of the ranch. But that's not the only brand that Captain King owned. By the time he died in 1885, he had 35 brands registered in his name. And that's not even the first one. He didn't register this one until 1869, 16 years after he started the ranch. So the question I get asked a lot is, where does this symbol come from? In the 19th century, it was most common for a rancher to use some version of his initials. So where do you get that out of Richard King? And the truthful answer is, we're not really sure where this comes from. Now, we've heard several possible explanations. I'm going to tell you 3 stories that I've heard. I don't know what the one to the right is as well. That's called a roan on a horse. Sometimes you may hear the term strawberry roan or red roan. That's what that is. And then if you look in the far kind of back in the early 20th century. Now, Captain King didn't, this is the solution to his problem of a better breed of beef cattle that can survive these conditions. But he didn't live to see it. He died in 1885 of stomach cancer. About 10 years after he died, by the late 1890s, ranchers in this area started to introduce Brahmas. Are y'all familiar with? Oh, maybe 2 o'clock, you see a little grayish, blackish lump moving through the brush there. That's a javelin. Maybe we'll see him up close. And then here you can see our longhorn herd on the right. Wow. Before I move on, I want to point out this silo to you on the left. By the way, the longhorn herd, they're not used commercially. We don't, they're here just to help preserve the breed because they are a historic breed. So these guys will never become footballs or hamburgers. Their only job is to live out here in this pasture and look historic. I think they do a good job of that. Now going back to the Santa Gertrudis, it be the same number that's on that yellow ear tag in her ear. That tells you she was the 1,256th calf tagged in 2014. So what happens is when the calves are born, the cowboys get out here within a day or two and they put those yellow tags in their ears, and then when they're old enough to breed or camp bred, which is really good stuff, it's a whole lot of fun. So if you ever find yourself around here around Thanksgiving time, I'd highly recommend the ranch ham breakfast. And we don't make money off of it either. All the proceeds go to the city of Kingsville to put on our Christmas posada.
Brands.
Yes.
Okay, so you've seen some of this.
Yes,
We owned in Morocco. This came off a ranch we used to own in Spain. And there's a couple here I find interesting as a historian. This JN belonged to a ranch in Wilson County owned by John Connolly and his wife Nellie. You may have
Look for a commercial and then have somebody do a voiceover and explain why you should spend your money on it. Yeah. Now, I'm going to come. Second function of the building, you can tell by the way it's shaped. Notice some people have remarked that it kind of looks like a small castle or a fort. He designed it that way on purpose. This was to be an emergency fort because this was a dangerous area when King started the ranch in the 1850s, and he wanted a safe place to return fire from if he was ever attacked. I mentioned earlier Construction on this home began in 1912 after the old house burned down. It was completed in 1915 at a final cost of about $350,000. In the 1970s, and at that point they made a decision to keep the house available. Already a thing at that point. The Model T Ford had just come out the year before. But Mrs. King was old-fashioned, and she did not like automobiles. She refused to go anywhere in a car and insisted on being driven anywhere she had to go in a horse-drawn carriage.
So now we are downtown here. We're going to go into the saddle shop that they have here. Take a look around a little bit. This is an actual saddle shop here. You can see they make them here. Got some boots on the other side. It's really a high-end shop. It's got King Ranch logos and everything. It's a nice place. You got 8 salespeople here. I know her. Cool cowboy hats. It's cool furniture. Nice shop. It's kind of cool to come out here to this King Ranch here. Hopefully get some pictures of the saddle place in town, and come on out here to Kingsville, and it was established back in 1850s or something like that. So he was an old steamboat guy, from what I gather, and ended up dropping out of school several times, and then come out here and buying some property. He said one big piece of property he bought was he paid more for his horse than he did the property itself. So, but they used to raise thoroughbreds here, and the thoroughbred called Assault from back in 1943 actually won the Triple Crown. Cool. So they did thoroughbred horses, and they got a lot of quarter horses here, and it seems like he's got about 200 head of horses here that they raise. Most are quarter horses, and then they have 38,000 head of cattle. So they got some cattle here. No milk producers, but their other cattle they have are Longhorns. And come on, dog. That's my dog. Come on, dog. She's kind of stubborn like that. So out here they have different events here, and they use these for selling stuff when they had different reunions. They rent this areas out, different areas out, but the place has got a whole lot of history. It is the largest active cattle ranch in the country. So they got a lot of property. They actually have a school here on property, and they got a place that their employees can stay in. If you're an employee here, they've actually got a house. You get a house to stay in. They're actually decent houses. There's some 1 bedroom, some 2 bedrooms, depends on how big your family is. But actually, it's part of your compensation package, so it's pretty cool. But it's really neat to see some place like this. You just don't see this everywhere in the country. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you're in this Kingville area, which we're just outside of Corpus Christi, south of Corpus Christi, check out King Ranch, which of course, that's what they make those since 2001. They've put that logo on some Ford F-150 trucks. But check out King Ranch. The tour was great. I don't think I'll be doing the tour again, because once you've done it once, you've kind of seen it all. But is it worth it? $20 a ticket? Yeah, I think it is worth it, because it's just it's real different, and the tour guide gives you a really good history of the place. But anyway, come visit them out here at King Ranch. I'm gonna let you go. Be sure to like and subscribe, because I'm just out here living the coolest life with that dog.